What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to this little pregame shindig we're doing. Happy 23rd birthday to number 22, Cole Caufield, today. Hopefully, he can get a 3-game goal streak going on his birthday against the Dallas Stars as the Canadiens finish off their road trip in Dallas, Texas, and looking to snap a 3-game losing streak. So that'd be fun. That'd be nice to head back home and face the Sabres on Thursday after a win. So let's just talk about where things are at in the standings for the Canadiens, where they're at this season, right? I mean, at this point last year, they were out of it, right? They were out of it after Sean Monahan went down with injury. So at this point in the season, the Canadiens are currently just 6 points back of a wild card spot behind the Tampa Bay Lightning. We know that there's a lot of teams in between the Canadiens and Tampa that have a better opportunity, most likely, to make the playoffs than the Canadiens. But let's still talk about it, right? Interesting quote from Cole Caufield today, pregame, talking to the Montreal media. And I thought this was interesting from Cole, actually talking about how he felt like the Canadiens can see that they're not that far away. I'm assuming he means from a playoff spot, that they're knocking at the door, that they're not satisfied, and they still want to keep competing. The season is not done yet. They're not throwing in the towel, is what I read from it. So let's just actually read the quote directly. So, from birthday boy Cole Caufield, we're not satisfied with anything. I think as a group, we're coming, we're knocking at the door. It's close. We can see it, and that's what's driving us right now. So the Canadiens are still motivated by the fact that they aren't completely out of it yet. So they still have meaningful games to play. We're not quite at the halfway mark of the season. It's 36 games in. We're 6 games away from the halfway mark of the season. So that means there's still a ton of hockey to play. The Habs have more injuries now, as we have with Christian Dvorak. That's their 5th current roster guy out. So the fact that they were able to still compete against Tampa and Florida, and make things interesting, that was good, and they felt good about their game overall. Caden Gooley talked about it as well. He thinks the Canadiens are still playing well, just some things they got to fix up, tighten up. So we'll see. The Dallas Stars, not an easy opponent tonight to finish off this road trip, right? They are sitting actually 3rd in the Central Division right now and just 4th or 5th in the West overall. So Dallas is having a good season. They're just 1 point behind Colorado for first in the Western Conference. So, I mean, realistically, they're a good team. We're going to talk about their roster in a second, but they are a good test for the Canadiens tonight, and it's not going to be easy. I haven't seen many good games in Dallas. Last year, when Montreal played in Dallas, when Sean Monahan was basically gone for the season at that point, and we lost him as a trade chip. Thankfully, we re-signed him for a lot cheaper. But that was the point last year where I realized, okay, this season is done right around Christmas time. And now, tale's a little bit different, even with 5 solid injuries to solid players on the Canadiens: Tanner Pearson, Raphael Harvey-Pinard, Kirby Dach, Christian Dvorak, and who am I forgetting right now? There is one more. Oh my gosh, how could I forget? Alex Newhook, my buddy Alex. We're friends. So it's always fun to play around with those clips. Those guys are awesome. Anyways, the Canadiens are hoping to finish this road trip on a high note, obviously, and just keep the games remaining competitive the rest of the way. Heading back to the Bell Center, feeling good about themselves. They're going to head back and play Buffalo on Thursday, the Rangers on Saturday. Rangers are at the top of the Eastern Conference, and Buffalo is still trying to claw their way back into the playoffs for the first time in 11 years. So there's not going to be any gimmies at any point. So the Canadiens are trying to tighten up as a group and play well. So let's look at the line combos. They are going to be the same as last game. Canadiens still going with 7 defensemen with Christian Dvorak out, which means Jonathan Kovacevic draws in the lineup. If you look at daily faceoff, though, it has Jonathan Kovacevic on the 3rd line, on the forward line. They have him next to Jake Evans and Brendan Gallagher, which is weird, but they just didn't know where to slot him in apparently on here. But the top line remains together. Suzuki, Caufield, and Slavkovsky remain together for this longer-term test, playing together as a unit. They're still together after almost, how many games has it been now, right? Sean Monahan and Jesse Ullinen, who got a promotion, he got bumped up in the lineup. Finally, the Canadiens listened to us, right? So Jesse Ullinen himself will be playing with Sean Monahan and Josh Anderson, and his time on ice did go up last game against Tampa, just over 12 minutes of ice time. So Ullinen is a talented player. Hopefully, he just gets more opportunity and can hopefully help produce or at least generate some positive momentum on the forecheck or something good. Do something good for us, man. Brendan Gallagher, Jake Evans on the 3rd line. Michael Pezzetta on the 4th line. He got just over 4 minutes against Tampa, not playing a lot still. Mitchell Stevens has been decent overall, I think, given the circumstances. And then Yoel Armia hit or miss, 1 out of 10. Some of you guys call Armia in terms of how many games he's actually looks good in, right? But we'll see what happens. Samuel Montembeault will get the start again, back-to-back games here for the Canadiens. So we'll see if he can bounce back after letting in a soft one on Austin Watson the other night against Tampa. See if he can bounce back. We'll see if Justin Barron can tighten up his game. Him and Caden Gooley need to have a good game tonight against top forwards on the Dallas Stars. And let's talk about their lineup real quick. Rupee Hintz on the top line for the Dallas Stars at center with Jason Robertson on his left and Joe Pavelski. 39-year-old Joe Pavelski still trucking away on the top line for Dallas. Second line, Matt Duchene on the second line at center. Mason Marchment and Tyler Seguin. Third line, Wyatt Johnson at center. Jamie Benn on the left. You know, it's a decent depth team when Jamie Benn's your third line left winger. Evgeny Dadonov, Big Daddy Nov. How about a shout out to Hockey Junkie there for Big Daddy Nov? We haven't heard that name in a while. And then on the fourth line, Ty Dellandrea, Sam Steele, Craig Smith. Go through the defensive pairs for Dallas. Why not? Ryan Suter, Miro Heiskanen on the top line. Issa Lindell, Yanni Hakanpa. I'm going to have fun with that one, aren't I? Yeah. And then Thomas Harley and Nils Lundqvist on the third pair of defense for the Dallas Stars. Currently, Jake Ottinger, goaltender, is still injured for the Dallas Stars. So likely Scott Wedgwood or Matt Murray going to make the start, of course. We'll see what happens with these Canadiens. Let's finish this road trip strong. Let's get some positive vibes going for my post-game video later tonight. Please and thank you. That would be great. That'd be fun for us to enjoy some positive Habs hockey. Let's do it, hopefully, right? Fingers crossed. I'm not excited yet. I hope the Habs just make it competitive. Let's get at least to overtime. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys post game for the Stars and Habs. Talk to you guys soon. Cheers.